Hi, I'm Kate Riley.
And I'm Dieter Benz.
Welcome back to Skykomish Weekly Viewpoint. Today we're going to talk about a small town that wants to act like a big city.
There was a time, not so very long ago, when our small town had a small, mostly volunteer government consisting of a mayor, 5 council members, 1 paid clerk, and 2 paid maintenance personnel. Today, while Sky is but a fraction of its former size, town government has mushroomed to include not only elected officials, but a bevy of appointed bureaucrats, well-paid staff, gold-plated maintenance crew, and a never-ending stream of highly paid consultants promoting exciting, wonderful things. If you like to stay well-fed, Town Hall is definitely the place to be. Even our mayor now receives a nice salary and, along with council and bureaucrats, has full travel and expense privileges. Part-time community technical advisor Clint Stanovsky received over $92,000 last year, and even though he isn't on this year's budget for a single dime, he's already raked in tens of thousands of dollars. All this, plus a busy beaver town attorney cranking out tons of billable hours, means it's hard to find an empty place over at Sky's public trough. Oink, oink. Explosive governmental growth, despite a continuing loss in town and school populations, has created a convoluted mess that few can understand. What is going on? Who is benefiting? And where is all the money going? And in spite of all this budget-busting largesse, why are Sky's economy and school not one step closer to self-sustainability? In this first clip, Design Review Board Chair Secor describes our town's latest effort to attract much-needed new businesses.
And would you talk to...
You all have a letter. Skykomish needs to be successful in drawing new businesses and residents to the community. The DRB and Park Board felt this improvement would be a positive addition to our recovery plan.
Yes, it seems incredible. With all of Sky's acknowledged problems, our Design Review Board chooses to spearhead new business development efforts with a 3.5-minute discussion regarding flower planting and watering atop the South Sewer Pump Station.
This next clip shows Parks and Recreation Department Director Cleveland delivering a no-can-do message regarding profitable park usage.
Park report from Town Skykomish Council. Parks Board had a meeting with the town insurance representative, Janasz, Risk Management Service Agency. Based on what she, the insurance carrier for the town, says, we've had to revisit the ordinance governing the park. The Parks and Recreation Department has spent the last 2 park meetings and more going over the old park ordinances. The Park Board has come to the agreement that no fees can be charged because that creates liability to the town. The town still takes reservations so they can keep track of who is there.
You'll note that this plan includes no fees to be charged for park usage, no donations to be accepted for park usage, no security deposit to be required for park usage, no on-site security, other than 9/11, which could be more than an hour away. Also note that reservations will be sought from those who choose to follow posted rules, and even though, according to our mayor, the town clerk can't handle rental utility billings like other towns do, there is apparently no problem with her taking on the new duty of Parks Reservation Officer.
Here, see for yourself.
They put together, a comprehensive list of good management techniques for a park like this. Provides access to all town residents and special groups. Everyone makes reservations if you want to go camping, including town residents, so we know who's camping over there. Just for the benefit of everyone, we've got to have some rules. So we're going to post those rules over on the backstop, and we'll also put them in the agreement that people sign when they come and register to camp. So there's another thing in your packet. This is a letter to send out to the landlords in town. I don't know if you're familiar with the process that goes on here, but the landlords are not collecting the utility bills from the renters. The renters, we are collecting the utility bills from the renters. We don't know who's renting what property. We don't know when they come, where they go. Nobody notifies us. And we are in arrears because we don't even know that people are living there. So the proposal is to send a letter to the landlords telling them that they are responsible for collecting the utility and paying the town. So we're taking the renters out of the loop, so to speak, let the landlords deal with the renters. As it is now, Debbie's got so much to do, she doesn't have time to be a property management specialist for people who own houses in town.
The mayor's reference to property management tells us three things. One, the town government doesn't understand its limited role in collecting utility charges. Other communities routinely perform this function without chasing down someone's tenants or performing property management. Two, the mayor doesn't understand government's true purpose and has no clue what property management is actually about. And three, the mayor should be more careful when stating the town is doing property management, as that requires a real estate broker's license.
These same issues have been rotating for well over a decade. Where are the answers?
In our final clip, watch as Councilmember Sladek responds to Rick Adelot's well-placed question, not with answers, but with more questions.
But is this a case of where did we get a rate quote on insurance if we charge fees? Is it $200 for the insurance and $500 for the fees?
But I think what Rick's asking is if you went to a third-party insurance company and said, okay, our policy doesn't cover us in this case, but I mean, you can buy insurance for almost anything,
Yeah.
right? I mean, so, and I think this question came up at one point was, you know, you could or maybe should get a quote and see what that quote is, and maybe it's $10,000, maybe it's $1,000.
That's the number we've heard.
We don't know, but if you have that, then you have something to weigh against, okay, that's the cost of taking on that risk.
I think that's the question that was being asked.
Right.
You're actually asking the question rather than answering it, though. I think
No, I'm not trying to answer.
I just thought that a question was actually asked of the council, and instead of answering it, they kind of rephrased that and re-asked it. So,
Right, yes, we did.
Council continues to see its role as meeting behind closed doors with powerful special interests, then coming to the table, talking a little razzmatazz, and then, without so much as a word, voting on important issues that will determine our town's future for decades to come. Mayor and council have successfully offloaded most responsibilities to committees, boards, departments, and consultants, whose main contributions appear to be divining new versions of the vision, helping choose curveballs, and depleting our town's finances. Our town has run aground on the rocks, while a disengaged mayor and council float from fantasy to fantasy on taxpayer-funded expense accounts. Nice work if you can get it. I hope you're beginning to see that our purpose is not to use video segments just to catch public officials in the act of looking foolish or doing wrong, but to graphically display that the big city model we've set up to run our small town has caused us to become disengaged, lose focus, and spin out of control. It's unfortunate, but our town is doing all the right things to make sure families, businesses, and entrepreneurs don't come to Sky. It's time to choose a different path, the path to prosperity.
Thanks for taking your valuable time to view our report.
Goodbye for now from
Kate Riley,
and Dear Benz.